Hello, my name is Anne Vickery, mental health educator with the Canadian Mental Health Association, York South Simcoe. The following presentation is designed to provide you with tools to become more resilient and manage stress. Stress is a demand on physical or mental energy that may disturb the normal functioning of a person. Stress can affect individuals differently. It can impact our concentration, can make us irritable, can be a cause of depression due to the coping issue, and also may weaken the immune system and therefore make a person vulnerable to diseases such as colds and flu, to heart attacks, and back pains. Negative stress that extends over a long period of time can have a detrimental impact on your physical and mental health, relationships, and general enjoyment of life. In high-stress situations, individuals may experience excessive anxiety that can result in the flight or fight reaction. The fighter part is ready for battle and cannot relax. The flight part flees to avoid the situation. Responses to stress are normal behavior. Therefore, understanding your own response to stress is an important step in developing the ability to lower your stress level. When we perceive a situation to be stressful, when our bodies go into fight or flight reaction, this causes the release of adrenaline, which is the first stage in stress response. Everyone's reactions to stress is different, so understanding how you react under stress is the first step to learning how to minimize it in your life. Therefore, to cope with stress, you need to learn the signs. Because stress is such an individual experience, it is important to let your body be your guide. Learn to recognize the ways that you tend to react. Also know that the symptoms can tend to escalate if you are not able to use healthy coping skills to manage the stress. There are sometimes events in our lives that we cannot control and therefore find ourselves unable to eliminate experiencing stress. In these cases, we need to learn to accept the situation and find other ways to deal with it. We need to manage our stress differently. Since we are unable to control or banish the stress in our lives completely, it is important to keep balance in mind and learn how to handle your stress and reduce the anxiety it may cause. It is easy to get swept into a never-ending cycle of stress-fueled days. That is why it is important to make a conscious effort to adopt a healthy lifestyle to deal with your stress. During the times of high stress, incorporating wellness tools into your daily routine are a necessary coping skill. These tools should be things you enjoy, be inexpensive, and quick and easy to do. Simple actions and activities that can improve your mood and reduce your stress reaction. Nutrition plays a key role in supporting your body's reaction to stress. Ingesting stimulants such as caffeine, nicotine, sugar, and salt can contribute to heightened anxiety. In high doses, caffeine produces effects similar to anxiety, disrupts sleep, and can make panic attacks more likely. Health Canada recommends healthy adults consume no more than 400 to 450 milligrams of caffeine per day. People who experience anxious states should reduce their daily intake to 300 milligrams or less, approximately 2.5 8-ounce servings per day. Caffeine is in coffee, tea, colas, chocolate, and energy drinks. To optimize brain and immune system function, we need to eat a balanced diet, including fresh fruits and vegetables, foods high in omega-3 fatty acids, protein, and whole grains. Exercise has a big impact on mental health. Regular exercise can improve sleep and self-esteem. It decreases anxiety and anger and has antidepressant effects. Even a short walk can have immediate effects on your mood. Even exercising 20 minutes a day can have a significant impact on the effects of stress on your body. Physical activity is known as a stress buster. Be sure to choose something that you enjoy, whether it is walking, running, or playing a sport. Plan workouts when you are strongest. Our circadian rhythms are like an internal clock that affects sleep patterns, strength, and speed. Research suggests that our physical power peaks in the late afternoon and early evening. If you are having trouble sleeping, one study suggests that a minimum of 3.5 hours of activity a week is needed to improve sleep quality. Try different types of exercise and levels of intensity. Moderate aerobic exercise, such as walking, has been shown to be effective at improving sleep. Even stretching may offer some relief from insomnia. Exercising too close to bedtime may disrupt sleep. Try to schedule exercise at least 3 hours before bedtime. Sleep is an important function that benefits both our body and mind. Getting too little on a regular basis may be harmful to your overall health. The key to a good night's sleep may be as simple as getting more exercise. Good quality sleep will help better prepare you to handle stress and recover from the negative effects. Effects of chronic lack of sleep include fatigue, lethargy, lack of motivation, moodiness, irritability, reduced creativity and problem-solving skills, inability to cope with stress, reduced immunity, concentration and memory problems, and difficulty making decisions. Try to go to sleep at night the same time every night. Reduce your exposure to technology at least 20 minutes before going to bed. The blue light stimulates the brain and can impede the ability to fall asleep. Reduce alcohol, as this can also impede quality sleep. It is recommended that you should get between 7 to 9 hours per night to support the functioning of your immune system. Laughter is a physical response to things we find humorous. It helps us to see the lighter side of things and maintain a more positive perspective on life. Laughter improves immune system function, releases endorphins that are a natural way to relax, improves mood, and reduces anxiety. Watch funny movies or TV shows, read a funny book, call a friend who can make you laugh, practice fake laughter. Resilience is the ability to cope with problems and setbacks. Resilience does not eliminate stress or erase life's difficulties. It gives people the strength to tackle problems head-on, overcome adversity, and move on with their lives. Even in the face of events that seem unimaginable, resilient people are able to marshal the strength to not just survive, but to prosper. Research has shown that resilience is not an extraordinary thing, but it is rather ordinary and can be learned by most anyone. Resilience is about survival, high thresholds, not adversely affected by negative words or events, avoidance of negative emotions or thoughts. It's a personal shield, coping skills, the ability to take risks and stay focused in the midst of chaos, strength, an attitude, not giving up, assertiveness and speaking up for yourself, and perseverance. During this time, to build your resilience, reach out to family and friends for support. Ask for help if you need it. Others can often provide an objective perspective that can influence how you perceive a situation. They can also remind you of your resilience. You can't change the fact that highly stressful events happen, but you can change how you interpret and respond to these events. Try looking beyond the present to how future circumstances may be a little better. Note any subtle ways in which you might already feel somewhat better as you deal with difficult situations. Do something regularly, even if it seems like a small accomplishment that enables you to move towards your goals. Ask yourself, what's one thing I know I can accomplish today that helps me move into the direction I want to go? Act on adverse situations as much as you can. Take decisive actions rather than detaching completely from problems and stresses and wishing they would just go away. People often learn something about themselves and may find that they may have grown in some respect as a result of their struggle with difficult situations. Developing confidence in your ability to solve problems and trusting your instincts helps also build resilience. Even when facing very painful events, try to consider the stressful situation in a broader context and keep a long-term perspective. Avoid blowing the event out of proportion. An optimistic outlook enables you to expect that good things will happen in your life. Try visualizing what you want rather than worrying about what you fear. Pay attention to your own needs and feelings. Engage in activities that you enjoy and find relaxing. Crisis situations can be daunting, but resilient people are able to view these situations in a realistic way and then set realistic goals to deal with the associated problems. When you are stressed, it can be all too easy to neglect your own needs. Losing your appetite, ignoring exercise, not getting enough sleep are all common reactions to a crisis situation. Focus on building your self-nurturance skills, even when you're feeling anxious or stressed. By taking care of your own needs, you can boost your overall health and resilience and be fully prepared to meet life's challenges. An important factor in building resilience is to connect with a purpose in life larger than yourself or any one event. Some people define their purpose spiritually. Get in touch with your spiritual side. Studies show that those who are more spiritual are more resilient. Don't give up. Trust the process. Resilient people tend to see change as a challenge to confront and overcome, rather than an unbearable problem or a stress to avoid. They also see change as an opportunity for self-reflection, learning, and growth. They spend their time and energy focusing on situations and events that they can have control over, and because of this, they feel empowered and confident. Those who spend time worrying about uncontrollable events can often feel lost, helpless, and powerless to take action. Challenge your negative thinking. When we are stressed, we can easily become overwhelmed by distorted negative thinking that can fuel our stress and anxiety. Ask yourself, are your thoughts realistic? In perspective? Are they helpful? Can I look at things from a different angle, in another way? Ask, what can I do about the situation? Can I solve it, or do I need to accept it and practice self-care? People who are optimistic and therefore more resilient see the effects of bad events as temporary rather than permanent. Resilient people have a positive image of the future. Self-efficacy is our belief in our ability to solve problems, handle stress, and influence situations. A person's attitudes, abilities, and cognitive skills comprise what is known as the self system. This self system plays a major role in how we perceive situations and how we behave in responses to different situations. Self-efficacy is an essential part of this self system. People with a high sense of self-efficacy experience less depression and anxiety. They view challenging situations as tasks to be mastered and recover quickly from setbacks. By learning how to minimize the stress reaction and elevate mood when facing difficult or challenging situations, people can improve their sense of self-efficacy. Practice stress-free affirmations, something you can easily remember and repeat over again without effort. Repeat your positive affirmations often, which will help to break the pattern of negative thoughts. Do this before you fall asleep, upon awakening, in deep relaxation, during a walking meditation, or combined with a visualization of a calming scene. For example, I am strong, I will overcome, I am hopeful, I have perspective, I am resilient, this too shall pass. During high stress, it is important to shift your focus from negative emotions such as anger, fear, guilt, anxiety, and sadness to more positive emotions. Negative emotions stop us from thinking and behaving rationally and seeing situations in their true perspective. When this occurs, we see only what we want to see, which can only prolong the experience of negativity. While we can use the label negative with what we know about emotions, it is important to acknowledge that all emotions are normal to experience. It is important to understand why negative emotions might arise and developing positive steps to address them. Try to avoid ruminating on negative emotions and thoughts. Ruminating increases your brain's stress response circuit, meaning your body gets flooded with the stress hormone cortisol, which has been identified as a driver for depression. Break the cycle by replacing negative thoughts, which trigger negative emotions, with more realistic and supportive thoughts, which trigger positive emotions. Practicing positive emotions function as nutrients for your overall well-being. When we feel more positive emotions than negative emotions, difficult situations are easier to handle. Positive emotions build our resilience, broaden our awareness, letting us see more options for problem solving. Studies show that people feel and do better when they have at least 3 times as many positive emotions as negative emotions. Mindfulness has been an Eastern philosophy for thousands of years and has become increasingly accepted and promoted in Western society for the past few decades. Mindfulness is a powerful tool for reducing stress. Mindfulness is the practice of focusing your attention on the present moment, not the future and not the past. It helps to shift your focus from your usual preoccupations toward an appreciation of the moment and a larger perspective on life. It can help to reduce stress, lower blood pressure, improve sleep, alleviate gastrointestinal difficulties, depression, and anxiety. There are numerous guided mindfulness meditation videos on YouTube that can help you get started. 7 qualities of mindfulness include non-judgment, be a witness to your own experience, patience, sometimes things must unfold in their own time, curiosity, don't let your past be a barrier, let new possibilities unfold, trust in yourself and in others, non-striving, pay attention to the moment, acceptance, see things as they actually are, letting go, ease the grasp of whatever you're clinging to. Practice self-care. Conscious breathing enhances something called the relaxation response, which is the opposite of the stress response. Bringing your body back into balance, breathing out slowly is key. Progressive relaxation Meditation, visualization, yoga, and Tai Chi are some ways you can add the power of breath and the relaxation response to your life through regular practice. Practice breathing in through the nose to the count of 5, filling your diaphragm or lower belly. Hold for 2 seconds and exhale through the mouth to the count of 5. Do this as often as necessary until you feel more relaxed. Take a break. Sometimes the key to solving a problem is taking a break from it. Treat yourself well. Make time for pleasurable activities. Collect positive emotional moments and make a point to recall times when you experienced positive emotions. Pay attention to your mental health. Recognize when you are becoming stressed and take action to increase your well-being. Do something for your mental health every day. Practice being grateful for 3 things a day for a minimum of 30 days. This can actually change your brain chemistry to be more positive. Listen to a guided mindfulness video on YouTube. Limit exposure to the news. Take a nap. Take a bath. Buy some flowers. Listen to music. Read poetry. Stretch. Write in your journal. Walk. Watch the clouds. Turn off electronics. Call a friend or a family member. Eat a good meal. Color or paint. Resilience in action is coping with stress in a positive way, which gives people a sense of control and helps people to feel more positive in general. When you are stressed, it is easy to think about what's wrong. To be resilient, we must realize when we cannot change our circumstances, but we can change our reaction. A quote from Ryder Carroll says, "No matter how bleak or menacing a situation may appear, it does not entirely own us. It can't take away our freedom to respond, our power to take action." You can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf. Thank you.